Good evening. My name is AJ Laramie, and I'll be your host for tonight's late night talk show. Tonight's show will be based on the Renaissance. The Renaissance was a cultural movement that profoundly affected European intellectual life in the early modern period. Beginning in Italy and spreading to the rest of Europe by the early 16th century, its influence was felt in literature, philosophy, art, music, politics, science, religion, and other aspects of intellectual acquiring. Now, I will hand it over to my partner Cliff for sports updates. More to come.
Thanks, AJ. Cliff's Pick'ems here of the week. Saturday, we have a huge game against IUP. I'm predicting that Assumption's going to win 44-38. It's going to be a close battle, but I think we're going to pull out. The Medici family is hosting a soccer game down in Florence against the Petrucci's of Siena. I believe that this final score is going to be 2-1. Thank you.
Thanks, Cliff. Now, we will look at a social experiment performed by one of our team members, Easton Turner, to see just how much the general population knows about the Renaissance. Over to you, Easton.
Thanks, AJ. I'm currently standing in the heart of Assumption College at Salisbury Hall. I'm here to analyze students' understanding and misunderstanding of the Renaissance and the figures that were involved. The Renaissance was a cultural bridge between the Middle Ages and modern-day history. Figures like Da Vinci, Michelangelo, the Medici family, and Galileo all moved society to the modern age. The object of these questions are not to shame, but to build awareness for the interviewers and hopefully inspire people to get a deeper recognition and appreciation for the value of the Renaissance. Let's go ask some students. Tell us what your major is.
My major is chemical engineering, and I'm in the 3-2 program at Notre Dame.
That's great. That's wonderful. All right, if you don't mind, Mike, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions about the Renaissance. Ready? Question 1. It is said that the Renaissance was a cultural bridge between the Middle Ages and modern history, acting as a rebirth of arts, science, and European society. What happened during the Renaissance?
During the Renaissance, many artists emerged and started making new arts and brought Europe out of the Dark Ages.
What happened during the Renaissance?
The Renaissance period was a period, I'm guessing, this is a guess, of art and new ideas, I guess.
What happened during the Renaissance?
The Renaissance was when the Galactic Empire took over the Senate due to the Emperor when he crossed over from the light to dark.
That is not what the Renaissance. Question 2. Can you name 4 Renaissance painters?
4 Renaissance painters. Wow, that's a good question. I cannot name 4.
But can you name me the 4 mutant Ninja Turtles?
Oh, I can. Michelangelo, Raphael, Donatello, and
Can you name 4 Renaissance painters?
Not really.
How about Ninja Turtles?
Probably not even that.
Can you name 4 Renaissance painters?
Michelangelo, Leonardo, and Donatello, and
You're almost there, Mike.
Raphael.
Great job, Mike. Alex, if you could go back in time and meet Galileo, the great Italian astronomer, would you inform him that the moon is in the center of the solar system and why?
The moon is in the center of the solar. Bro, is that really a thing?
Is what a thing.
The moon being.
I would not, because the moon is not the center of the solar system.
It would depend on if I brought him home with my mother trust him.
Dylan, what is the textile industry?
The textile industry is when Rick Grimes and his people went into the land of the trash people and asked them for their help to attack the saviors, but they ended up turning on them.
Dylan, The textile industry is the production of yarn, cloth, clothing, and the products distribution.
No, it's not.
That's what it is. I have it right here.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, let's.
Textile industry was, I don't know, something.
That's okay. What's your? Give us your best guess, Mike.
They made
The
textile.
Renaissance took place in the 20th century and has really impacted the way European culture is portrayed in the 21st century. Can you name a few aspects of society that you think were impacted by the Renaissance?
I would want to say like how people think now. Like it brought them out of the dark ages. They're enlightened, kind of brought back their religious hopes and stuff, and they like chase their dreams.
All right. I appreciate your time, Mike. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Easton. That concludes tonight's show. Join us next time.